Hi! I'm here to tell you about a book that I read. It is Carpet People by Terry Pratchett. Ooh. It's his first book. This version was rewritten in 92. I think. Originally in 1970 something. It's old. Yeah, written when he was 17 and then rewritten at 43. And it's crap. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate this book. I decided I'm going to read all of Terry Pratchett's books. Now that, that is a thing that is doable. I'm going to read them all. I'm going to read them all the non-Discworld books in chronological order, and then all the Discworld books in chronological order. And so this is first book. Oh, and it's gone away. We don't get to look at it anymore. And it's just so crap. There are 3 female named characters in this, and one of them is a goat. A third of the way through, that goat was the only female that did anything that changed the plot, and that was just run away. Just halfway through, there is a female that briefly changes the plot, appears briefly. Most of what she does happens off screen. She appears basically in one scene. She has influenced a man off scene, so he comes in, says what they're going to do based on what she said, and then she briefly appears, and then she reappears right near the end, super briefly. And yeah. And the other Wait, did I say there were 3? No, there's 4 named females, because one of them's a goat. One of them is the wife of someone who doesn't have any lines, doesn't do anything for the plot. Basically vanishes halfway through, never gets mentioned again, neither do any women in the town. All the town goes on this journey, but the women just stop being mentioned ever at some point. And then at the end, there are a couple of ladies that are unnamed who have lines. They have like 1 or 2 lines each. They do some fighting. They've been taught how to fight by the men. They do some fighting. They're not very good at it. And then there is a named female character that's in 2 scenes. And one of which, see if I can find it. I saved a quote that she said that really just kind of summed up. Male character says, "I'm sure we're very grateful you have assisted," said Bane awkwardly. "We haven't assisted, we've taken part," said Lady Vortex sharply. It's like, women joined the battle and then they assisted. Yeah. And yeah, Lady Vortex ends up also being all like, maybe give women a vote as well. So she's kind of, token feminist character, but is only in 2 scenes. So even that is just, yeah. So, in a feminist perspective, this book hella fails. Also, none of the, 3 of the female characters are in like 1 scene about the fighting, but they don't talk to each other. They only talk to the men about fighting. Yeah. And the other ones are not even in the same scenes as each other. Then, yeah. So yeah, does not pass the Bechdel test at all. But also, the world is good. I liked the world and the concept. Like, definitely can see a bit of Pratchett, like, comparing our world to fantasy worlds, an analogy, yeah, that's definitely going on. But it's not well executed at all. Just bad, just poorly done. It's boring. The plot just does nothing. Like, the pacing is just weird. Like, there's like about 2/3 of the way through, I thought I'd reached the final battle, and then I'm like, hold on, that's over. What? Now what's gonna happen? But no, there was more. Yeah, and the characters' voices were all the same. Everyone spoke the same way, except 2 of the characters, which mostly spoke the same way, but occasionally said different things. Like, they had characters, they just weren't very good at sticking to their own characters. So there were 3 characters in this book. Just one of them had about 5 names. And 2 of them varied into that 3rd character's. Yeah. Yes, so trying to follow it was real hard. I just kept forgetting who was talking at any time. Just hated it. I just hated it. And the end, the last 5th or 6th of the book, I just rage read in one sitting. Luckily it's short. It's a for kids book. It's a, like, for 12-year-olds book. Yeah. So I could just do the end in one hit while I'm just glaring at the page going, I need to finish this as quickly as possible because I hate it so much. Yep. He gets so much better. This is like the tiny seed of what Pratchett can become, and I just hate it. I just hate it. I just hate it so much. If I had to rate this book between 10 and negative infinity, I would give it negative 500, I think. I mean, good concept, poorly executed. Yeah. I've certainly read worse, but the hate is still there that gets it below 0. On Goodreads, I gave it 1 star. Yeah. So there's that. There's my anger. Carpet people. I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all. Yeah. So good to go now. Love you. Bye. Bye now. Ding.